Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2. I will finish where I left off. There'll be a third video. In the third video I will go over how to use the Spec20. That's the machine that we will be using to get the absorbance readings of our standards and various unknowns. So, um, so as I said, you're going to use calipers. You're going to use calipers to figure out the average width of your test tubes that you're going to be using. The test tubes are the cuvettes that you're going to be using. So they look just like the cuvettes for the Spec 20 look just like test tubes. You're going to get new ones, clean ones to use. And so you're going to put these into the Spec 20. So it's these that you are going to find the average width of, so you can use that in your Beer's Law equation. So then what you're going to do is you're going to get 9 of those test tubes, 9 or 10, depending on how many people are in your group. If you've got 5 people in your group, then you're going to get 10 test tubes. If you have 9 people in your group, you're going to have 9 test tubes. Or I'm sorry, if you have 4 people in your group, you're going to get 9 test tubes. So you're going to fill the 9 to 10 test tubes 3/4 of the way full with various substances. So one of the substances is your blank. So you're going to have one of these cuvettes or test tubes. You're going to fill it 3/4 of the way with DI water. That's going to be your blank. And I'll talk about that, how you're going to use that blank. You're going to have 4 more of these. Each of these is going to be filled 3/4 of the way full with each of your standards. So you're going to have 4 test tubes for your standards. You're going to have 1 for your blank. And then if you have 5 people in your group, each person has their own unknown. So you're going to have to fill that up with your unknown solution as well. You're not going to dilute your unknown. You're just going to take what your unknown is and put it into your test tube. Okay. If you've only got 4 people in your group, then you're only going to have 4 unknown test tubes. So the total should be 9 or 10 test tubes altogether. And then what you're going to do is then once you've got all your test tubes ready, you're going to then read the absorbances in your spectrometer. I'm going to talk about that in the next video, so I'm not going to talk about that here. Once you've got all your absorbance readings from your standards and for your unknowns, then you are done with the experiment. You're then going to empty your test tubes into a waste beaker. There should be a waste beaker. Each of you should have your own waste beaker that you were using. Remember, you had to prime your pipette, so that prime solution has to go somewhere, so you should have a waste beaker. So you're going to empty your test tubes into your waste beakers. You're then going to empty your waste beakers, the waste beaker into your metal waste containers. So here we have aqueous metal waste. Okay, so you're going to put all of your waste into there. Okay, and then you are done with the experiment, and that's it. So you'll clean up and then you'll leave, and the next part will be just calculations. So in the next video, I'm going to go over how to use the Spec 20, since that's what we're going to be using in lab. Okay, so see you in a little bit.